Hello guys, in this video I'm going to be showcasing the Aeonium Arboreum Zwartkop or black rose. This plant also goes by common names such as black Aeonium, black beauty, blackhead, black rose, or black tree Aeonium. This plant took approximately 5 years to bloom, and I'm going to show you different phases of this bloom. And it started off as little individual buds, and then throughout this video you'll see how it'll progress. The cultivar name Zwartkop means blackhead in Dutch. This cultivar is also known by the German name Schwarzkopf, which means the same meaning, blackhead. It's really interesting how this plant blooms. The rosettes really get stretched out. It gets stretched out up into the air, and then they form these little cone-shaped areas where clusters of buds form. And as you can see here, some of them have budded already. Though I suffer from trypophobia, these little clusters don't bother me at all. They're just beautiful. Look how it just stretched out, just reaching out to the sky, just really amazing. This plant originates in the Canary Islands and also from the coasts of Morocco, and the Aeonium Arboreum Zwartkopf is a cultivar of the Aeonium Arboreum. The exact origin of this cultivar is unknown, but it was discovered in a nursery in Leiden, Netherlands. The plant was named and described by B.K. Boom in the Dutch journal Succulenta in 1959. And in this phase of the video you can start seeing more of the little buds opening up. They almost look like little sunflowers or something. This being a Gothic garden, specifically the Gothic cemetery garden of Usher, what I really wanted to talk about in this video is the death bloom. The Aeonium Arboreum Schwarzkopf is a monochromatic succulent, meaning the specific rosette that blooms will die after flowering, which typically occurs 3 to 5 years. However, if the plant is branched, only the flowering rosette dies, while the rest of the plant continues to live. I can't stop admiring how beautiful this plant is, just simply stunning. And now getting back to the death bloom. A death bloom is a spectacular final flowering event in a monochromatic plant, like many agaves and sempervivums, where the plant produces a single tall stalk from its center, diverting all energy to create seeds before dying, a natural part of its life cycle that can take years to occur. This differs from regular blooms where a plant flowers multiple times. A death bloom singles the end for that specific rosette, though offsets, also known as pups, often grow to continue the lineage. So that means that the death bloom on this plant is not as dramatic as in some other plants. Can you imagine having a plant that it takes all these years to grow and then it blooms and then after that it dies? I mean, how Gothic and dramatic is that? I think death bloom is one of the most Gothic sounding phenomena in garden and plant terminology. And even though I'm not a big fan of yellow, but I think it really goes well with this black beauty. I can't believe I had to wait 5 whole years to admire and enjoy this Gothic spectacle of this amazing Aeonium Arboreum Schwarzkopf plant, this black beauty, this black rose. As soon as I spotted the first buds on this plant, I was basically coming out every day, looking at it, seeing where it was, how it was progressing. Maybe my neighbors thought that I was going crazy by looking at this plant every day, but That's just how exciting it was for me. And this plant was one of my first loves, I guess you can say, in terms of plants. Ever since I spotted it at a car dealership, at that time, I thought that it was the most beautiful plant that I had ever seen in my whole life. And under there, you can see that the California fuchsia or Epilobium canum is doing very well after the light prune I had given it. And that will be it for my presentation on this beautiful Aeonium Arboreum Schwarzkopf black rose. And just to show you how big and tall some of these cultivars of the Aeonium Arboreum can get, look how tall and huge and majestic this one looks. This one is in my next door neighbor's garden, and look how much the bees love this plant. I know the bees love it. I'm not sure if other creatures visit it like hummingbirds, but I've only seen bees around it.